So friends, hello and namaste. My name is Naveen Manchanda and today I am here to discuss with you some very important topic. The topic is, what is a state and why do we need to know about the state? So what is the state? So if we have to define state, I would say that a state is an emotional program which gives you some specific output. So your state defines the way you are going to communicate with the outer world. So it is an inner program, inner software programming, or you can call it an emotional trigger as well. And this state of yours will ensure how you are going to behave in a particular way or react in a particular way, or to easily say, communicate in a specific way. So the way you are communicating with the world all depends on your state. I will just give you a few examples to understand the state. If you have noticed, there are few days where when you go to your office or even if you are staying at your home, there are some days which you will call probably some bad days. So what is happening during these days? You are going to the office, the day starts and you realize nothing is working on that specific day. So whereas on other days, you are the same person, you have the same skill set, you are dealing with the same people, but the results are totally different. So with the same people, the results are becoming different because the state is the thing which is responsible to bring different results. Same thing happens with you at home. So you are at home and suddenly with the same people with whom you have been living throughout your life, suddenly you just pick up a fight over something which is not very important because the same discussions you have had earlier as well. But there is something different which is happening, which is the state. So the same people, but different results. You pick up a fight, you are not happy, you are angry, or it may go extreme as well. So state is something which is responsible. State is your emotional programming which is responsible for all these different results. And why should we know about the state? We should know about the state because it is something which you can easily control. There is a possibility to bring huge improvements to your life if you understand about the states. I will give you a few more examples which will make the thing easier for you. So let's take an example of a housewife who is waiting at home for her husband who was supposed to come at a specific time, but he's already late by a few hours or something. So now take different situations. A housewife is waiting for the husband, he is late. She just watches television and she just happens to watch a movie where she finds that there was an accident and her husband today has gone on a motorcycle to the office. So the moment she sees this, she relates this with her husband. Maybe he has had an accident and she just watches that accident happening, watches blood, and just she starts relating maybe something has happened to him. So the moment he comes back late, she's not going to meet him in the traditional way. Maybe she's going to hug him tight because she was afraid maybe something is happening to him. Again, depending on the person, the response will vary. Because for some people in such a state, they will hug the person tight. For some people, they will start crying. For some people, they may not even say anything, but internally they will feel very happy that he's back and he's safe. So the same situation, the same housewife, the same man is coming late, but she has to go for some party, for some event where her family is gathering. So in this time, the state is very different because everybody is calling her and telling her that we have reached, why are you not coming on time? And she's waiting for her husband to be home in time. So in that case, the state is totally different. When he comes back, she may be angry on him. And then there is another possibility. For example, the same wife is waiting for her husband and she speaks to a friend on phone and her friend's tells her that maybe your husband is having an affair with another lady in the office. And now this guy is coming 2 hours late. So she's thinking maybe he's late because he has gone somewhere with the other lady. So in such a case, again, when he comes back, there may be a fight as well, verbal fight or whatever. So you see the same person, but under different situations, the emotional programming is giving different results. So this is all because of the state. To give you another example, many of us have lived this, that once you were a student, and many students, they do a lot of hard work throughout the year. They're preparing for their exams, but the moment they reach the examination hall, something just happens to them and they just forget everything what they were preparing for such a long time. So the same student, the same hard work, and there just comes a state where the mind becomes blank. He has forgotten everything. So this is again due to the state. And then you must have heard about a lot of stories we see in the Western world also, and it happens anywhere for that matter. There is a man who has some problem somewhere, and maybe in the office or something, there is something which triggers an emotional response. He comes back home and kills everybody in the family. So the same person who used to be very happy with the same family, with the same office, something just happened which triggered an emotional response, and he comes and kills everybody. So the person was very intelligent, very educated, and he knew, somebody who would not even kill a mosquito. So why such extreme thing is happening? Because of the state. And then we have heard about many stories, like there was a famous actress in Bollywood, very, very young, 19 or 20 years old, who had success, who was beautiful, who had money, who had house, who had a lover, everything that one can imagine. Still one fine day, we see this person, and this person she decides to kill herself. So in that case, when you have everything, why would you decide to kill yourself? Again, it is all depending on the state. Since the time, we start going to school, we start understanding things, we are always in a process of trying to change our state, even if we realize or we do not realize. You will see a lot of people, they are going for alcohol, drugs. Why do they want to go for alcohol or drugs? Because they want to change their state. So these are just a few examples to tell you about the state. And why is it important to know about the state? Because if you know about the state, if you master this art, then you can obviously change your life. If you manage to move from one state to another, it will change your life, it will change your response, it will change your communication with your external world, because the state comes from the internal communication, and it's like a software. You can program it and you can get amazing results. So how to work on your states, about this we will be talking in our future videos. Thank you very much. This is Naveen Manchanda signing off. Namaste.